What was your hottest, your best sex experience? Something that like out of mind.
So, after 2 marriages where I didn't have much sex at all and was like super disappointed.
Hmm. I thought we get married to have sex. You know, that like we finally like okay to have sex.
Yeah, that was a really disappointing wake up for me. That's not how my marriages has worked, but I had a like rebound relationship after my divorce. And this man could make love for hours, first of all. And he like held eye contact the entire time. Like, so like I felt like our souls were entwined. It was incredible. And this one day that I was like hanging off the side of the bed and he was standing and we were making love and looking in each other's eyes, and I could see the moment he felt me start to come, and like the look that crossed his face, just that went straight through my heart. Like it went straight everywhere, and that was like I will never forget that moment. Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
It was, and I wish I could have had that like be a regular part of my daily life. But what happened with him was he was amazing with me in bed. Whenever we were together, we were like super sexual and great. But then when we weren't together, he sort of disappeared from my life. Like, and we would even make plans, and he wouldn't show up, and wouldn't text or anything. And but then he'd show up again. But it was like a really heart wrenching thing for me. It was, yeah. So I would really love to find that experience with a committed partner. But
Yeah, yeah. And this is interesting. I'm wondering if you like, if you have any take on it or any theory that like what I noticed that like we're being attracted to like the bad boys, you know, like those who are not committing, who are kind of like um you know like not serious, like kind of easy interacting, like they tend to be sexy, but then good men, like really good men, like we're not attracted to them as much. Like do you, is it something like, are you noticing this dynamic?
I'm very confused about all of this because,
Yeah.
you hear that men always want sex and women don't, and they make all these generalizations that are never true for me. And then, like, I'm married to quote unquote good men, um, but they never wanted sex or rarely. And so, and like the first one even would be like, after sex, he'd be like, that was so fun. We should do that more often. And I'm like, of course, yeah. But then, I'd be begging for it and he'd be pushing me away. So, and
Hmm.
then with the guy who was great with sex, like really great, he, I, is he a bad boy or not? I don't know.
Sounds like he is a bad boy.
But he was so good at sex, I had a really hard time letting go. Like, even though I could tell it was hurting me emotionally, and even though
Mhm.
I wondered, is he doing this on purpose? Like to upset, like pull me in and then throw me out? It was very hard for me to leave him just because the sex
Mhm.
was so good.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was
I, oh my God, I hear you. I hear you. That's, yeah, I've
I
been
try
there. I
not to
know
fall
what
in
you're
that
talking
trap.
about. Mhm.
I said I try not to fall in that trap. What did you say?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, I hear you. Like I can resonate to that. Like I had experiences like that, definitely. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I heard, like, like I was a little girl and I heard like my mom talking to her friend, and the friend will say, like he's not respecting me. He's so terrible. Like I should like leave him. But then, oh my God, like the moment like he getting closer, like my legs just spreading, like I can't help it.
I'm
So
trying not to
yeah,
fall in that trap anymore.
yeah.
And what I want to know is, where are the good men that want sex all the time that you keep hearing about? Like, is this a myth? Like, how do you find these men?
Yeah, I will interview more men and we will figure it out. So stay tuned. Like seriously, like be open in conversation about these things that we understand more about each other. And the next question I have for you, what is your relationship with your genitals? Do you have maybe a name, or like how you interact with her or them?
So I have a great relationship with my genitals. I'm not going to say the word I usually call them because it could get us banned, but yoni is another safer word I use. And like I was telling you earlier before, I could teach classes on self-pleasuring. I am incredible at it. I am very creative. I like so enjoy my own sexual energy, and like I will create whole dates for myself. I will, you know, the flowers, the chocolate, the wine, and like amazing sessions of pleasure sexually and otherwise. But yeah, like I could write a book because like people don't think about the things I think of. I don't think so. I mean, like there are so many amazing fun things to do and just to enjoy. So yeah.
Yeah. That sounds amazing. And how are you with orgasms? Like, have you struggled, like not having orgasm or taking long time? Do you have different types of orgasms? Can you have many or one? Like, what's your
So
interaction there?
I've never had problems having orgasms like since I was a little kid. I started self-pleasuring when I was like 5.
Mhm.
Which did not please my mom. She kind of freaked out when I was like showing her how I was riding a pillow because it felt so good. And so like then I learned to be, hide it. But yeah, there's a lot. As I've aged, I've found different kinds of orgasms. I think I was 40 before I learned how to squirt. I didn't even know about female ejaculation. And then the bad boy who I was telling you about, like it was his goal in life to make me have as many orgasms in a row as possible. So yeah, you can understand why he was hard to let go. Yeah.
You
And
found the
like,
key.
but here's the thing too, is it comes to a point sometimes with these guys and that pride themselves in making you have orgasms. Sometimes there comes a point to be where like, I've had enough. I'm good, but no, I can get you another, and it's like you're pushing me past what I want, and now you're just like showing
Mm,
off for yourself, and it's not really about my
mm,
pleasure anymore. So
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm learning to like be able to communicate that too. Like, sure, I'm happy to have like 12 orgasms or whatever, but like don't try to hit 20. When I'm done, I'm done. I just can't.
Yeah, the boundary, right? Like setting boundary, even with orgasms. Like
Yeah.
you know how many you want, and like where is your like, okay, I'm good now.
I don't have like a set, it's in the moment. Like maybe
Yeah,
one is good enough for one day, but like and to me, orgasm isn't the goal of sex anyway.
yeah, maybe none. Like
It's
sometimes great sex can be with none.
yes. It's the intimacy, it's the connection, it's so much more than
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
if you want to give me that many orgasms, how about come back every day instead of trying to fit them all in one day and then come back in a month? I would like it every day, thank you.
That's that's an excellent point. Yeah.